And Annelise, the fallout from the AUKUS agreement continues now, the United States putting pressure on Australia to make amends.
This has been another interesting development in this reporting from The Guardian, that now the US is putting pressure on Britain to be mending ties with France after the announcement of the AUKUS agreement. And it shows that the fallout is still going, because this has taken a toll. The US was caught by surprise with the response from France, and a lot of that was down to how Australia handled the cancellation of the contract, in that Australia told the French at the very last moment that the contract would be cancelled. And as we heard Scott Morrison confirm, it was done by message and not even a phone call, because he couldn't get the time in there. Now, the briefing that's been happening between the Australian government and their US counterparts has said, look, these French should have known about a year ago that this contract was already underwater, if you don't mind the pun, because they said that there were already so many issues with the contract, they should have seen that this was coming. But the French have said that's not the case. And what's interesting in this is they're telling the British to start mending their ties with the French over this. But the French never recalled their ambassador from the United Kingdom. It was the US and Australia, and we got ours back much later than the Americans did. There's still so much two-way trade between France and the UK, and there's so many strategic matters of importance between the two countries. It hasn't shown as much on the surface, but the fact that now Secretary Blinken in this report is saying that they need to be mending those ties showed that there has been more damage than potentially we were originally aware.